Hey everybody, it is Wednesday and it is the 20th, and I want to just do a quick check-in because the Indiegogo is going well. Thank you folks. I've raised over 30% already, which means I have about $1,600 in the account. When I get close to when I get to 2,000, then I can submit the order. That means I have enough to cover the basic order once I hit the $2,000 mark. So here's my plan. Okay, so I haven't chosen the actual colors. I know I'm going to do it in a split, 250 to 300, no more than 300. The majority, if I do it half and half, no, I won't do it half and half. If I do 300, excuse me, I'm thinking out loud now, okay? If I do 300, it'll be 200 colored vinyl and 100 black vinyl. I am looking at a color combo. The one that I'm most, again, thanks for the Ben, for your suggestion of green. I've had another person suggest pink. I've had another person suggest sort of an amber. Now the amber is not far from one of my ideas, but my main thing that I see in my mind is a blue, but I also see a sunburst pattern as well. Thanks for your suggestions. I'll be deciding shortly. But what I'm saying is this, is that I've contacted the Aaron Gum from Indrima, who helps me with the graphics. Tim Guthrie did my last album, but Aaron's done all my other albums, so I'm going to have him help me do the layout on this one. So he has agreed to schedule time for me to put together the album cover graphics next week. I will master the music myself between today and next week. As soon as I'm either at the $2,000 mark or really close to it, I will submit and start the manufacturing process for Murphy. I'm going to go with Pirates Press again. It's going to be 180 gram vinyl, and it will be partially, like I just said, most of them will be on colored vinyl, but at least 100 of them will be in black vinyl. Thank you so much, people. People have been so kind. What I'd like to say is this: please, even if I make my goal, if you feel so inclined, please continue to contribute, because all that money will be used for me to live. I'm just being real honest, right now I don't have enough money to make it through the winter when it comes to paying my heat bills and electric bills, and it would be nice. I mean, I'm being real upfront, help me make this record and just help contribute to my well-being. I appreciate it very much. For those of you that follow me on Facebook, even if you don't follow me, you can go to Facebook and see the front of my page. Today, for my banner photo, I just received a photo confirming that I'm going to be on the cover of a local magazine next month called Encounters, and the cover has been picked. A photograph of the cover of the magazine has been sent to me by the photographer who took it, so you can see that. Now what I'm saying is, I don't know what edition that magazine comes out in, but I do intend to get a stack if I can, and I will use copies of that magazine and its accompanying article as one of the perks to I've been getting several $50 contributions. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. Those folks, I'll be slipping in something extra. Oh, just one second. So my art exhibit, my first art exhibit that I've been talking about, just finished. Just came down at the Carver Bank Art Gallery, and these are some of them, still framed, which I'm really like. They let me have the frames, but these I'm offering your choice of one of these framed test pressing. It's a test. You'll get a test pressing record. Your choice, along with your choice of collage for a $500 contribution, and you'll get to choose which collage. You'll also get to choose which test pressing you get, and I have test pressings of all my records: Dereck 2, 3, Sonospheres 2, Flyover, In Dreama, Nice, and these are real special to me. These are one of a kind. They're actual made cut and paste collages. Each is one of a kind that I made. I've already sold some of these, so if you decide that you're interested in contributing to my and getting one of these for your frame and everything for $500, you won't be the first. I'm just showing these because I've got several more framed. I'm just really proud, and all honesty, I'm not in a hurry to get rid of these. I'd like to keep these, but I have to face reality and do business. You know, every now and then somebody comes along and it rudely says that I have nothing to complain about. All I got to do is sell my records. Well, you know, the people that say that, you know, that's their perspective. They're not me. They don't know me. They don't understand that this is what I want. I want the room full of records. I need the money to live. I want to keep the records. I don't want to sell them. So, thanks again, folks. I do need to talk about Indiegogo a lot until the campaign is complete. And I'd appreciate anything that you can send me, folks. Anything at all. Last night, I played one of the few hip-hop albums in my collection, DM and Gemini, which is Danger Mouse and Gemini, Ghetto Pop Life. You know, I enjoyed this last night. It also pointed out to me why I'm not a hip-hopper, because I'm listening to music and the talking gets on my nerves. Okay? Even when they're saying something cool, it gets on my nerves. Just like some prog music. There are prog bands that the music will be great and the singing is atrocious. You know, just keep the trap shut if you ask me. But this is a keeper. I enjoyed this pretty much. I did. Danger Mouse. Played most of this last night. Brian Ferry, Roxy Music, Greatest Hits. This is the Spanish pressing, made in Madrid, of all places. Interesting. And it was cool to listen to this because I could hear where around the time of Avalon, you know, Brian Ferry was basically just, you know, I'll call it a Roxy Music album and then I'll call it a Brian Ferry album. The sound was interchangeable. A nice sound, though. My queen, Susie and the Banshees, Fireworks. This is a 12-inch single. Love this woman. One of the most intense, excellent concerts I've ever been to was seeing Susie and the Banshees at Lollapalooza. I've seen hundreds of bands. Still, there was something absolutely extraordinary about Susie's performance at Lollapalooza. Unforgettable. Killing Joke, Adorations. Another great band. There's some records sitting out that I played. Tall Dwarfs from New Zealand. The short and long of it. Man, this is lo-fi brilliance. That's all I gotta say. Fantastic. My Dog's Opeth, Still Life. I played part of this last night. Growling vocals and all. I love this band, and this is one of my personal favorites, Still Life. Square Pusher. Hello Everything. Played quite a bit of this. Square Pusher, if you don't know Square Pusher, fantastic. Quite the musician. He comes from drum and bass, but he really can play the bass like a virtuoso. Gong. Gong is dead. This is the original on Tapioca. Greatness. This is a sad, dark, beautiful album. Grace for Drowning, Stephen Wilson. I played this last night. You can really hear that he's mourning his dad's death on this album. You can feel it. Awesome. This is an original. John Coltrane. Coltrane's sound on Atlantic. Equinox is the track. Man, I love Equinox. Ancestors, something I bought. Actually, I bought this a few years ago. The VC was someone made a recommendation. Didn't like it that much at first. I like it more now. There's a Pink Floyd-ness to this sound. Sons of Champlin. Loosen Up Naturally, a San Francisco-based band from the 60s that deserves better credit. Bill Champlin is the current singer of Chicago, so he's, made a career. But these old Sons of Champlin albums, well worth checking out. This is the censored version. It says "fuck" on the front and the back. And whoever bought this took a pen and just marked it so you couldn't read it. But it's an original. Savage Republic. Tragic Figures. Excellent. Kind of a tribal sound. Okay, so once again, folks, the Indiegogo is a go-go. The sooner you folks can help me reach the $2,000 mark, the quicker I can send the record off to begin manufacture. Thank you. Thank you so much.